So one of the things that comes off are, oh man, that fish always says, let me cut this light on so I can see what's going on. Change. Someone says, man, Trev, it's just so hard to change. I said, if your mama died, things would change. If your daddy died, things would change. If you died, your life would change. Or other people's life would change, right? It's funny because Arnold Schwarzenegger years ago in the docudrama, aka documentary, Pumping Iron made a statement. He said his mom called, dad dies. He said, basically, who cares? He's already dead. I can't make the funeral. Later, he came out and told the truth. He did go to his dad's funeral. Such and such didn't make it. But let me be very clear. When change happens, it happens. It's inevitable. Things have to change for you to change sometimes. And sometimes it takes the act of God for your life to improve, which means everything changed. And then you had to go and grow up and figure it out. Many times, my grandmother died. That's when I say, do you need me there? She said, no, I think it's COVID time. When my grandfather died, her dad, Mom, do you need me there? She says, yeah, okay, I'll be there. Somebody's dead, they just dead. And how I associate life with death is I live in the moments I'm given, meaning when they died, I didn't feel any remorse because when they were alive, I treated them with respect, kindness, and showed it when they needed me. So if ever you're concerned with change, what's really changed in your life? And if it does change, probably changed because it had to. And if you waited for change, it was waiting on you. God can't, I'm going to say this again, God can't move a mountain if you're not walking towards it. So when someone says, man, I just want to make this change and that change, be like this. Man, please. If you won't change, you ain't normally talking about it. So it's even hard for me to talk about it because I've changed everything, even my own life, with no one saying, hey, Trev, this got to change. I didn't ask for help, but I've asked for help. I didn't ask for guidance, but I need guidance. I didn't ask for direction, but I need somebody to walk with me as I walk through this life and try to figure a few things out. And I didn't ask for permission to get better. I just chose and choose every day to simply improve. So when we look at change, you say, what does it take to change? A fucking choice. Sometimes it takes you getting hit in the head. Sometimes it takes you damn near meeting death itself, just so you can remember how precious life is. Change is both beautiful and ugly, but on the other side of change is opportunity. I saw something this morning that inspired this thought and couldn't sleep on TikTok, and a dude said 10 or 20 years from now, you will beg to be in the position you're in today. So imagine nothing's going right today. And then imagine 10, 20 years now, everything's going right. You're going to miss the hunger you have today. You're going to miss the drive you had today. You're going to miss the position you had today. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll be glad that you had this, because if without this position you're in, things wouldn't change. So you need to believe, but even more importantly, you need to work towards the things you really want. I've said this before, there's nothing louder than an action. And if you want something to change, you've heard it before, it starts with you. And if you are refusing to change, everything's going to change around you. You do not want to get lost in that sauce, people. So I'm going to say this again, change is necessary. It's like a necessary evil. It's probably one of my favorite lines in, The Dark Knight Rises. Bane says, I am necessary evil. Because if I don't come and change things, people forget what they're fighting for. They forget what they're living for. And unfortunately, sometimes somebody's got to go for something to change in your life. So make sure you continue to grow, people. Remember, change is inevitable. It's the only thing that is constant next to the truth. Truth is constant too. We always gonna get to the truth. And the truth is, we could all be better.